Last class, you have learnt the DNA and RNA world, structure of polynucleotide chain, and discoveries related to structure of DNA. In this class, we will see structure of DNA, nucleosome, and transforming principle. Let's see the double helix structure of DNA. DNA is the largest macromolecule made of helically twisted two antiparallel polydeoxyribonucleotide chains held together by hydrogen bonds. Components of DNA are deoxyribosugar, a phosphate, and nitrogen containing organic bases. DNA double helix with sugar phosphate backbone on the outside and paired bases inside. Already I said the two chains have antiparallel polarity, that is 5' to 3' for one strand and 3' to 5' for another one strand. The bases in two strands are paired through hydrogen bonds, forming base pairs. Between adenine with thymine forms two hydrogen bonds from opposite strand. Then between guanine with cytosine forms three hydrogen bonds. Because of this, purine always comes opposite to a pyrimidine. This helps to form a uniform distance between the two strands. The two chains are coiled in a right-handed fashion. The pitch of the helix is 3.4 nanometer. Each turn has 10 base pairs. Diameter of DNA double helix is 20 angstrom. Stability of the helical structure is conferred by the presence of base pairs or one above the other. Let's see packaging of DNA helix in prokaryotes. You know already which do not have a well-defined nucleus is called as prokaryotes. In this bacteria, here DNA is organized as a large loop in nuclear region. The prokaryotes nucleoid which carries genetic materials. In this, negatively charged DNA is held together by positively charged proteins. In eukaryotes, a set of positively charged proteins called histones, which are rich in amino acid residues. They are lysines and arginines. There are 5 types of proteins. They are H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. Histones are organized to form a unit of 8 molecules called histone octamer. In each octamer except H1, remaining 4 types of histone proteins are present. Here, the negatively charged DNA is wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer to form a structure called nucleosome. Two nucleosomes are connected with H1 histone. Because of this, H1 histone known as linker histone. A typical nucleosome contains 200 base pairs of DNA helix. Repeating unit of nucleosome in nucleus called chromatin thread. Under electron microscope, it can be seen as beads on string. At metaphase stage, chromatin condensed to form chromosomes. Next is NHC, that means non-histone chromosomal protein. The packaging of chromatin at higher level requires additional set of protein which are collectively called non-histone chromosomal protein. Let's see the differences between euchromatin and heterochromatin. First, we will see euchromatin. Here, chromatin are loosely packed and stains are light. And actually, this one is very active. Next is heterochromatin. Here, chromatin are densely packed and dark stained. Actually, this one is inactive. Let's see transforming principle. This was experimentally proved by Frederick Griffith in the year 1928. For his experiments, he used one bacterium. that is Streptococcus pneumoniae, which causes pneumonia. According to him, when these bacteria are grown on a culture medium, some bacteria produce smooth shiny colonies, that is termed as S strain, while others produce rough colonies, that is termed as R strain. This is because the S strain bacteria have a mucus, that means polysaccharide coat, while R strain does not have this coat. So S strain was infectious and R strain was not infectious. Then this mice is infected with the S strain die from pneumonia infection. But mice infected with the R strain do not develop pneumonia. Then Griffith killed bacteria by heating. After that, heat-killed S strain bacteria injected into mice did not kill them. On injecting mixture of heat-killed S bacteria and live R bacteria, the mice died. He recovered living S bacteria from dead mice. From this experiment, he concluded that the R strain had been transformed by the heat-killed S strain bacteria. Some transforming principle transferred from heat-killed S strain to R strain. Because of this, R strain become virulent. This must be due to the transfer of the genetic material.